we will take up a concept called structure. Now, what is this concept of structure? It says that suppose you have got this int data type, you have got this float data type, you have got the char data type. Achha, what if you are needed to have a data type called, say, student? Please understand, a data type called student. Now what does that mean? Or we may write in small letters itself, student. A data type called student. What does that mean? See, when we declare int a, it means that a is an integer. That is, it has got the characteristics of an integer. When we say float a, it means a has got the characteristics of a floating point variable. When we write char a, it means a has got the characteristics of a character. When we write student a, it will mean that it will have the characteristics of a student student. How is that possible? See, a student can have a name, student can have his roll number, student can have his, say, year of admission or year of entry. You can say like this, year of entry. A student can have name, roll number, year, maybe department, his department. So these are the characteristics of a student. So will I be able to declare a variable called student, or a variable called a, where a will have the features of a student? That is, can it be possible that when I say a, within a will be these characteristics, and maybe I will be able to access a as a student, and a dot name will indicate the name of the student? Please understand this. If I am able to declare a variable called student a, that is, student is a data type and a is a variable of data type student, then automatically within a, the features of name, roll number, year of entry and department will be there. And I can access a dot name, I can access a dot roll number, I can access a dot year of entry, I can access a dot department maybe. So these are the things I will be able to access within a itself. You may ask me, what's the advantage? I will show you the advantage very soon. But yes, this is possible. How? It is possible by declaring something called structure. Struct. See, struct is a keyword, it has become white. Struct student. Student is a structure. And within this structure student, if student is a structure, it means automatically within student there will be a name, there will be a roll number, there will be an year of entry, and there can be a department. I think you understand. These are the things that are present maybe within a structure student. Now name is a character array, so you declare that. Char name, maybe char name 20. Maybe int roll number, doesn't matter, int roll number. Year of entry is an integer, int year. Department is again a character, char department. Maybe a name should be 20, not 2. Similarly, department, computer science and engineering, maybe. So 20. So these are the features of a structure student. So if that is done, then what C allows is struct student S to be a variable. S is a variable now. But that variable S has got the features not of an integer, not of a character, not of a float, but of that of struct student. That is, within S, If you mean struct student S means a student. Like if you declare int S means an integer. Like that, struct student S will mean a student. And this student, if S means a student, then S will have a name. Like if, say, my name Biswajoy. Biswajoy is a student. Then I will have my name, my roll number, and so on. Similarly, struct student S is a student which will have his name, roll number, year of admission or year of entry, department, and so on. If you declare struct student S, you can access S.name. You can access S.roll number. I think you understand. You can access S.year of entry. You can access all this. S.year of entry. Sorry. See, these are the variable types. You have to write like this, S.year of entry. And similarly, you can access S.department. But remember, they will have their own data types. S is the data type struct student. S data type is student data type. It is neither integer, it is not character, it is not float. What is the type of variable S? The type of variable S is student type. But within student, S.name is character type. S.roll number is integer type. See this. S.name is character array type. S.roll number is integer type. S.year of entry is integer type. S.department is again character array type. So this is possible. So can we write some program like this where I access a student and enter his roll number, name, and so on, and then print it? I think it is possible. Say struct student I declare over here, or maybe why do I again write? I simply copy that one from there and paste it over here. See what I do. I take this struct student which I declared. I just copy this or cut this and paste over here. Okay. So struct student, I declare a structure called student. Where did I declare it? I declare it absolutely outside main, so that any function, be it main, be it any other function, can access this struct student type. Student. So let me declare a variable called struct student S, or maybe student1 struct student S1. What is S1's data type? S1's data type is struct student, is neither integer, not character, not float. So S1 is a struct student type. It will have its own S1.name, S1.roll number, and so on. So can I now say printf, I will take the variables and print it. See how. Printf, enter the name, roll number, year of entry. Please see this, name, roll number, year of entry, and department. I say enter the name, roll number, year of entry, and department. So I simply now tell printf, after this :/n is mandatory, otherwise it will be in the same line, it looks bad. Okay, so printf, followed by, now I ask for the name firstly, one by one I ask. So name firstly. Firstly I write name, followed by this and this. I close. I expect here I should be able to scan the name. How should I scan? Scanf or getS? Which one will be better? GetS will be better, because scanf name, remember, name can contain his name and surname both, and between the name and surname there will be white space. Scanf can only scan one word, that is, once it finds a blank space it will go out. So it's better that you scan that with getS. So getS name. What is it? See, S1 is the student type. So S1, within S1 is his name. So S1 dot name, I get it. Next I say printf, after name comes roll number. Roll number. I say roll number colon, same thing I do. So here I say roll number, I am asking for the user to enter the roll number. So definitely here I should scanf with a %d. Scanf %d ampersand what? roll number, S1 dot roll number. Is not it so? S1 dot roll number, followed by I again printf, name done, roll number done, then year of entry, year of admission, I can say. Year of admission, I ask that from the user, year of admission. Okay, so I scan that again, scanf, percent D maybe, because year it is after all. So here again it should be ampersand S1 dot year of entry. Please understand this, is not it so? Okay, followed by I again say printf department. I again say department. Sorry. So next what? Here I get the department. This should be getS. GetS what? S1 dot department. So this is a string that I get. So now I have got all these things from the user. What should I do next? I should print. So now I print the details. I have just scanned the details. I just print the details of one student. So if you can understand, if I can do it for one student, I can do it for 2 students. I can do it for 3 students. I can do for n students also. So definitely I can do for an array of students also. But that will come much later. Firstly, let me see that yes, I will scan the name, roll number, year of entry and department of one student, and whether I am able to print it. That is whether this structure concept works fine. So printf. So I copy from here. I just print it, paste it. So here I will say printf. I will just print those things. Whatever I have scanned from the user, I will print. So the details of the student entered, I will write something like this. The details of the student entered are, so colon slash. So printf name. I will just print the name, not getS this time, putS. So printf roll number next, not scanf, but roll number to be printed. So printf percent D, what, not ampersand, but just S1 dot roll number. So printf next, printf year of C. After this putS, there should be putS. After this putS, automatically it goes to the next line. So this will be printed in the next line, but this after printf, the new line is not automatic. You need this slash n. So year of admission, here I should print year of entry, S1 dot year of entry, which I have scanned a while back. So printf percent D, here also slash n is mandatory. So printf department, here is not getS but putS. Is not so? Do you get? I just now print. I have scanned this name, roll number, year of entry, department, and one by one I have printed those name, roll number, year of entry, department, etc. Okay. So next job is to run this program, but prior to this, remember, I need to comment out this whole explanation that I did at the beginning. So let me see how this program works. Let me try to run it. Did I declare everything? I think I have. Okay. So will this work? Let's see. There might be some problems also. Let me save this first. I save it. Now let me run it. Let's see. Let's see. Can there be any problem? Let's see. So enter the name, roll number, year of entry, department. See, can I enter the name? I should be. Say my name. Sorry, very sorry. So firstly in capitals, Biswajoy Chatterjee, my name. I just enter my name. Will it work? Let's see. Now it should ask for the roll number. So roll number, I say roll number is say 12, a random roll number. Next it asks for year of admission. So I put 2016 maybe. Just a random thing again. Year of admission 2016. Let's see. Then it should ask for the department. See what happens. It says department, does not wait for your department, says details of the student enter are, name showed correctly, roll number showed correctly, year of admission showed correctly, the department definitely does not show correctly because it was never scanned. What happened? What happened? Again that same old buffering problem. Same old buffering problem. What happened, you find out. See what happened. Sorry. There becomes a saving problem in this compiler. Anyway, to see what happens in this editor rather, not compiler. Anyway, so this thing, you check out what happens. You are getting the name, no problems. You are scanning the roll number, no problems. Scanning done. Here also scanning done. Now remember, after scanning an integer, an enter is pressed. Now that enter does not enter your roll number, s1.roll number does not enter within the value of roll number. So where is that enter? Within the buffer. Now this scanf %d, until and unless it finds an integer, it keeps on waiting. So it waits for you to enter the integer. So after it enters the integer, it scans the integer and then again goes out. But over here, the enter is there in the buffer. Now getS does not wait for your entry. It finds an enter in the buffer and simply goes out. So this department, it scans the enter from the buffer. What to do? Always a good habit, I told you. Irrespective of anything, it is always a good habit to flush the buffer after any scan. However, this flush was not needed maybe because after this integer scanning there was an integer scanning only. So this integer will never be dealing with any enter. Even if there is an enter, it will wait for the integer to be entered. But the string, once it finds an enter, it will scan that enter and go out. Think that that enter itself has been done. So that enter has to be flushed from the buffer. This flush is mandatory. The previous flush you could have avoided also, doesn't matter. But this flush is mandatory. Once this is done, after the scanf, flush, after getS it is not needed. After the scanf, flush, now you print, everything fine. Let me save it once more and try to run it. So enter the name, roll number, year of entry, department, name. Again my name maybe Biswajoy Chatterjee. Followed by roll number. Okay, roll number maybe 12 as I was entering. Year of admission 2016. Let me keep the data fine. Next time there was a problem. But see, here it does not have any problem because the enter was flushed out from the buffer after the year of admission was entered. However, previous time that enter was being scanned from the buffer by the getS. So after scanf, flush is mandatory. Now the department, I call CSE. Okay, let it be in caps, CSE. I enter, what will it do? The details of the student entered are name, roll number, year of admission and department. You understand how a structure works? So I will also show you, if there are two such students, there should not be any problem at all. Even if there were two students, S1 and S2, then also no problems. I can ask for one's first student roll number, enter and so on. Is not it so? So over here may be a first printf for first student. First student. You get it? First student. The details of the first student. Okay. And after that, over here, you do the same thing. Before printing the details of first student, I will print both the details together. I firstly scan the details of first student. Next, I will scan the details of the second student. I will scan the details of the second student. How to do that? Maybe firstly I copy this part out and try to paste it. Okay. So this is pasted. So for the second student now, first student has been entered. Now I scan for the second student. So togetherly I will print the details of first student and second student. So first student done. Now second student. Okay. So same thing, I scan them, but this time Not in S1, you declared a second student S2. So you declare S2. So similar, this should be S2 dot name. And similarly, this is roll number. So again, you scan in S2 dot roll number. Here you scan in S2 dot year of entry. Here you scan in S2 dot department. So you have scanned the name, you have scanned the roll number, you have scanned the year of entry, and you have scanned the department. So these 4 things you have scanned. Now the details of the first student entered are, so you now print the first and the second student together. Just to show you that the first student was scanned, it is saved there. The second student is scanned, it is saved there. Now firstly print the first student, then you print the second student. So let me try to print it again. Copy again. Paste again. So now try this one. Details of the second student entered. Second student entered are, here this should be S2 dot name. Here this should be S2 dot roll number. Here it should be S2 dot year of S2 dot year of entry, and here it should be S2 dot department. So I think this should work fine. S1 and S2, 2 different students, their details. So let me try to now run it. Firstly save. So saving is important. Let me run it now. Okay, so enter first student. Enter the name, roll number, year of entry, department. Firstly name. So my name is Biswajoy Chatterjee. First student is myself, Biswajoy Chatterjee. So roll number is, say roll number is 12. Year of admission is maybe 2016. Now department, let it be CSE. Next is second student. Enter the name, roll number, year of entry, and department. The second student is maybe XXYY. XXYY is the second student name. Roll number 16. Year of entry 2019. Second student. And department is EC. So now what will happen? The first student and the second student details will be printed. See, the details of the first student entered are name Biswajoy Chatterjee, roll number 12, year of admission 2016, department CSE. The details of the second student entered are name XXYY, roll number 16, year of admission 2019, department EC. So these works fine. So I think you understand that I can deal with many students togetherly. So if I can deal with S1 and S2, 2 students togetherly, then why not I deal with n students togetherly? Cannot I declare maybe S1 10 students in the university? Can I do so? 10 students in the university. So here I just ask for the students one by one. So can I do that? So what I do is 10 students I know. So I now 10 students is the maximum. I ask from the user how many students you want, because I have kept a provision for 10 students. But maybe I will need lesser number of students. So printf enter number of students I ask from the user. I tell the user to enter the number of students, and I scan that. Scanf %d ampersand n. What am I doing? I have understood structures. I am going for array of structures, array of students. So scanf %d ampersand n. So definitely I need an integer n also. Is not it so? Sorry. Integer n also. Now in a for loop I will do the same thing, scanning the students one by one. So for I equal to 0, so I definitely need an int I also. For I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, I will scan the students one by one, and I will just tell and scan. So printf, not first student, but if I want to print, okay, first, second, third, and so on, so I can say %dth student, where %dth is, d should be replaced by I plus 1. When I am entering the 0th, where I equal to 0, it says 1th student. When it comes with I equal to 1, it says 2th student, and so on. Because user understands 1, 2, 3, 4. It does not understand 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So printf, enter the name, roll number and so on. Printf name. So where should I get this? Will I get this in s1.name? Actually, this we can call s10. Not s1, s2 looks bad. s10. So automatically, what is your first student? Your first student is s0 with his own name, roll number and so on, because this is an array of structures. S10 means S0, S1, S2, S3, all these are students. When you declare int A10, A0, A1, A2, A3, all these are integers. Please compare. Say if you declare int A10, A0 is an integer, A1 is an integer, A2 is an integer, and so on. Is not it so? Similarly, when you declare struct student S10, then definitely S0 is a student, S1 is a student, S2 is a student. So if all these are students, then S0 will have his own student type characteristics. S0 will have his name, S0 will have his roll number, S0 will have its department, it will have its year of entry. So similarly, S0.name, S0.roll number, everything should be accessible. So definitely this is not S1.name, this is SI.name, that is S0.name, S1.name and so on. Next, printf roll number. This you should again scan, but not in S1, in SI, that is S0 first, next S1, next S2, next S3 and so on. Flushing the buffer is important because you are scanning. Next you print the year of admission and you scan again, this time not in S1 but in SI. Similarly, you should flush the buffer because you have scanned. Similarly, department is needed and you should not get in S1.department but you should get in SI.department. So please check this, what happens. Your S0 is having his name, roll number, year of entry and department. When it goes back, I is 1. So similarly, S1 will have its name, its roll number, its year of entry and department. When it goes to the start of for loop, I is 2 now. So S2 will have his name, his roll number, his year of admission, year of entry and its department. So I think you understand. So this second part of printf not needed anymore because you have scanned all 10 students in a for loop. Here you separately did for S1 and S2, but here for S0, S1, S2, S3, S4 and so on up to S9, for all 10 students, you have scanned it togetherly. So now again, for the printing part, I have to do the same thing. Is not it so? I will have to do the same thing. So for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, not 10, rather n, because n may be lesser than 10. Okay, so for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, the same thing you should do. You should do the same thing. So printf the details of not the first student, but you should enter the details one by one for all student. So the details of the person dth student entered are where, what is person d? I plus 1 again, so 1th, 2th and so on. So similarly printf name, put s not s1.name but si.name. Remember s0, then s1, then s2, then s3 and so on. Next is roll number. Next is printf not s1.roll number, it is si.roll number. Similarly printf year of admission, it is not s1.year of entry, it is si.year of entry. Similarly printf department, it is not s1.department, it is si.department, because you need to do for all the students from 0 to 9. So you have done it. So one by one you do it and you print them. So the details of second student you don't need to print separately. Why? Because for 0 to 9 all students details you just print it togetherly in the for loop. So I'm just getting rid of this whole thing. Get ch to end. So this is done now. So this is done now. You should be able to run this program and see. Let me save it first and try to run it. Enter number of students. Let me deal with only 3 students or 4 students maybe. So 1th student, enter the name, roll number, year of entry, department. See what happens. Name does not wait for name, immediately goes to roll number. Why? Because this ampersand n, it scanned an integer. After you scanned an integer, the enter was there in the buffer. So first time you are asking for the student, you are printing, you are trying to get it is getting that enter in the buffer, because after scanning, scan has only scanned the integer, enter is there in the buffer. So the first thing that you try to scan is a string name. So what you need to do? You need to do an if flush as a habit after every scanfs. You should not miss that. So let me save it again and try to run it again. Enter number of students, 4 similarly. So name, first student, AAA, just anything. Roll number, maybe 12, first roll number 12. Year of admission, 2016. Just remember, I just will follow a chronology. Department, CSE. So see, AAA 12, 2016, CSE. So next is BBB, just a chronology. Maybe 13, after 12 comes 13. Year of admission 2017, just a chronology, just to remember that what I entered. ECE, so CSE, then ECE. Enter the name, roll number, again name, CCC. Then roll number 14 this time. And year of admission 2018 this time. And department EE. Next, 4th student, name, this time DDD. Roll number 15 this time, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 2016, 17, 18 and 2019. And finally the department mechanical engineering, ME. So this is now printed. See the whole thing, details of the 3th student entered RC. It has started printing from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th line you check. Up to the 4th line you entered. Look at the top of the screen. Up to the 4th line you entered. In the 5th line it has started printing. Details of the 1th student entered are name AAA, roll number 12, year of admission 2016, department CSE. Details of the 2th student entered are name BBB, roll number 13, year of admission 2017, department ECE. So the whole thing has been printed. So do you understand what? An array of structures can also work. However, we'll come back to array of structures. We'll do some simple program with simple structures when I come back after a little bit of break. So thank you so much. We'll come back soon.